What's going on, everyone? Today we're looking at the Nomvdic X300, which is a smart Bluetooth speaker and a portable projector combined into one unit. There are many projectors with built-in speakers, but typically they look like projectors first and a speaker second. This one is quite the opposite. At first impression, it looks like a beautiful, well-crafted speaker, but if you flip this open, suddenly you will see this has a built-in projector as well. To make things even better, this is not just any random speaker. The sound on this was actually tuned by Harmon Kardon themselves. That's right, the parent company of JBL, who, as we all know, are one of the best-selling and most popular speakers out there. When I saw that, I immediately knew this company was not playing games and was looking to make some noise with their products. First and foremost, let's take a look at the beautiful design this speaker has. Just by looking at it, you already know this is a very well built and quality product. The entire unit is wrapped in a nice green leather material. On top, you have metal knobs to control your settings, and these not only look great, but also have a high quality and satisfying click when you turn them. There's just something about using knobs like this that is much more satisfying to use as opposed to using the traditional regular buttons. The speaker itself has a very nice color scheme going for it. It has green all around it. Then you got the black front. It's also black in the back. You have this nice high quality leather strap as well. Then you have these gold accents on top, which also carry around here as well. Coming around to the side, you also have the same gold accent. Same as down here, you also have a gold bar. And instead of boring traditional vents, you get these nice slats here that really complement the speaker's design. Coming around back, you have a ton of different ports. First over here, you have your power switch, which is a nice analog toggle switch. You have your micro SD slot, auxiliary port, audio out, USB-A, HDMI, USB-C, which is both for power and data, and then your barrel charging connector. This might seem kind of weird, but I also love how this speaker smells. I detail for a living, and this smells to me like the inside of a nice luxury vehicle. It just has a rich, high-quality leather smell to it. I even told my wife to smell it, and she agreed that this was a good smelling speaker. I know it sounds a bit strange, but that's a nice little bonus I appreciate and really further emphasizes on the whole luxury look and feel the speaker has going for it. If you buy this speaker, do me a favor and smell it, and I can almost guarantee you would agree about what I'm saying about its smell. Last but not least, it also comes with these high quality matching gold metal feet at the bottom that are both there for aesthetics and to help decouple the speaker from wherever it is sitting on top of, so you get the best sound possible. The feet sit on top of these as well, so you don't scratch or mess up anything it's sitting on top of. Beside those, they also include these 3 rubber feet. So this will be best used if you have it in the house sitting on a shelf or something like that. But if you're going to take this outside and use it outdoors, you'll be best switching over to these here. Overall, construction and materials wise, this is a very well made speaker that is unlike anything I've ever seen before in the portable projector or Bluetooth speaker space. Diving into the specs, on the audio side, this has a Class D 30-watt amplifier that was tuned by Harmon Kardon. Again, for those of you that may not be aware, this is the parent company of JBL, so you know they know what they are doing when it comes to sound in speakers like this. Beside this, it also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi streaming, and it is a Bluetooth speaker with both dual speakers and dual tweeters. It doesn't say on the specs what size they are, but judging by the size of the speaker, I would say it's somewhere around 2 to 3 inch speakers and either 3/4 or 1 inch tweeters. On the projector side, this has native 1080p projection, a 700 lumen LED projector lamp that is rated for 30,000 hours, 3D support, a 1.14 throw ratio, and HDMI 1.4. If all that wasn't enough, this unit also has a built-in battery that is rated to last up to 6 hours on music only, or 3 hours if you're using the projector as well. First off, let me go ahead and give you all a sound demo so you can hear what kind of performance you'll be getting from this speaker. It does sound decent enough through Bluetooth, but to really hear its true potential, you need to either use it through auxiliary or the built-in apps, which includes Spotify. Due to copyright reasons, I can't use Spotify, but let me go ahead and play a few things through auxiliary. Speaking of auxiliary, this speaker also includes an auxiliary cable, and look how good this cable looks. I thought I seen other good auxiliary cables included free with other speakers, but this one has the metal tips, and this is by far the best free cable I've seen included with any speaker so far. All right, but let me go ahead and turn this on so you guys can see how this speaker sounds. So overall, for being a 30-watt speaker and being this compact, I think this is a great sounding speaker. In terms of bass and loudness, I would put this somewhere in between the JBL Charge and the JBL Extreme. Except this one definitely sounds better and is tuned closer to a high fidelity, sound accurate speaker rather than a bassy party speaker. Despite its smaller size, it definitely has a nice, large, and airy sound to it, which I definitely appreciate. While there isn't a lot of punch in the mid bass, it does make up for that by providing a nice and clean low end bass instead. Inside the speaker settings, there are two different sound profiles, one for movies and one for music, but there's also an equalizer, so you can go in there and tweak the sound to your liking as well. For a projector, this has a fairly unusual setup that I don't think I've seen on any other projector before. You open this little flap here, and inside it has the hidden projector lens. It points up, and up top here, there is a mirror. So you adjust the lid so that it reflects the position you want it on the wall instead of having to angle the projector itself. As well, you could also open this all the way up and it'll project the image up and straight up onto your ceiling so you can also watch from bed. So switching over to the projector side, there are a ton of different ways you can feed content into this projector. First, this is a smart projector, so there are a ton of different apps you can download and use on the projector itself. I tested a few and they all worked flawlessly. Some projectors I've used had very slow or buggy navigation, but this one was very snappy, responsive, and easy to use. I do have a Plex server at home, so I was able to wirelessly connect to that and access my huge movie collection as well. There are some apps like Disney Plus and possibly a few others that don't work due to it not having the proper certification, but that brings me to option number 2. In back, there is a HDMI port, so you can connect this to your NVIDIA Shield, Fire Stick, Roku, or any streaming device you might own or prefer. There is also a powered USB port, so if you use a Fire Stick, you won't need to connect any additional power supplies, and you can have it all simple and integrated there in the projector. Third, as this projector also has built-in Wi-Fi, you can wirelessly cast your phone onto it and mirror any music, photos, videos, or apps you might have on your phone. Fourth, you can also connect your Nintendo Switch directly to the projector. No accessories or dongles needed. Simply connect the USB-C to USB-C cable and you'll get both sound and video to the projector from that port. This also works on a MacBook Pro, Steam Deck, and any other device that supports sound and video through USB-C. Lastly, you can also play videos or music directly onto the projector itself by connecting a flash drive or external hard drive. This supports .mov, MP4, MKV, and MPG formats. I tested a few different .mkv movies, including a larger 11 gigabyte file that was encoded with Atmos audio, and it played the video flawlessly with no issues. Something that is not mentioned anywhere and I discovered on my own, which is a huge bonus, is this speaker has almost 10 gigabytes of internal storage you can use. With this, you're able to copy music or movies onto the projector itself and play them straight from the internal storage. This is an awesome feature that will come in handy to make it a fully portable unit without needing internet or anything else to watch your content. The projector is Android based, so I'm going to play with it a little more in the next few days and see if I can get Google Play Store side loaded onto it so we can really further unlock its capabilities. Going into the video settings, this projector has a ton of different calibration settings so you can fine tune your picture, Not only does it have basic things like brightness and contrast, but if you are a home theater enthusiast looking to accurately calibrate this, there is also advanced color and white balance settings as well. This projector has a 1.14 throw ratio. While that isn't bad, I would have liked to see it with a bit of a shorter throw, especially since this is a portable setup. So hopefully on future models, they can implement a shorter throw, or even better, do an ultra short throw instead. Maybe a laser projector. I think that would make for a great home run product. As I said earlier, this has a built-in battery that can last 6 hours on music only, or 3 hours if you are using the projector as well. However, since this speaker also accepts charging through the USB-C port, you can hook up an external power bank to get several more hours out of this depending on your bank size. Then of course, you can always plug it into the wall and use it directly off AC power for as long as you like as well. As far as picture quality goes, I think this performs very well for a portable projector. It's not going to compete with a full-size projector like the BenQ HT3050 I have, but for what most people will be using it for, I think it's more than enough. The colors are nice and vibrant and the picture looks clear with a good brightness as well. This projector is only 700 lumens, so in a bright room or daylight outdoors, your picture will get washed out. It's still visible, but for the best overall picture and colors, you're best using this in a darker environment like I have now. Lastly, the Bluetooth remote that is included with this projector looks and works very well. Its layout and overall design looks good. It has a built-in backlight and is very responsive to inputs. Its shape looks similar to the NVIDIA Shield remote, but as most of you all know, the original Shield remote is garbage and rarely works when you need it to. The Nomvdic remote, on the other hand, has worked great with no issues at all. While I do love most things about this unit, there are two minor things that I was not a fan of. First, there are no instructions included in the box except for a small getting started guide. The rest you are just left to figure out on your own. I'm typically very good when it comes to dealing with anything tech related, but with this unit, even I was a bit confused a few times and just had to keep playing with it until I eventually figured it out. Later, I did find there was a few guides online on their website, but it would have been much more convenient to include that in the box instead, or at least state somewhere in the information that was in the box that this information can be found online on their website. The second thing is there are only 3 feet at the bottom of it. I'm not sure what the reasoning for this was, but it seems like an odd decision to make. If you press on certain areas on the top of the projector, I found it was a bit unstable. If you try to move it, it also rocked a little bit. I'm not sure why it didn't just stick to 4 feet instead, but that would have definitely been the better way to go. Overall, this is the kind of innovation I love to see when it comes to tech, especially when it comes to projectors. Most projectors look like exactly that, a projector. It has a bunch of holes for vents, comes in black or white, and overall just looks like a boring projector box. This, on the other hand, looks like something most wives would approve of to leave in the living room as if it were a piece of decor. Not only is it great looking, but also works very well as both a speaker and a portable projector. So overall, I am most definitely happy with this product. I think Nomvdic did a great job on releasing their first product. Although I don't know the specific details yet, I do know they have another projector on the way sometime next year. So I am looking forward to see what kind of innovation they bring to the market next. Last but not least, I do want to mention that as of posting this video on November 2022, they are currently running a Black Friday special on this speaker for $250 off. So if you are looking to purchase this speaker, this week will be the best time to get one and also save a decent chunk of money on it as well. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. If you guys have any questions at all, as usual, let me know and I'll do what I can to help. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time.